Yo, what's up YouTube? My name is Joystick Overwatch. I have a brand new video for you today, but first I want to let you know that I am a full-time streamer on twitch.tv/joystickow. I'll have links for that in the description. If you want the greatest content, you want more content, just hop over to my stream. Make sure to drop a follow, say hi in the chat. Love to get to know you guys on YouTube, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Brand new video for you today. I'm going to be talking about a meta tier list with the new patch coming out. A lot of people are confused what are the best heroes in the game right now, so I just want to run through a quick meta tier list. A lot of this is going to be based around top 500 grandmaster knowledge, as I am a top 500 player, so bear with me as it'll be a little bit different between each different ranks, but generally this is what the meta is shaping out to be. So let's get started. I'm going to be talking about the tanks first. So I'm going to go through the S tanks A, B, C, and D. First of all, I want to put ROADHOG at the top. I think ROADHOG is probably the best tank right now just because of how the meta is shaping. ROADHOG received a buff recently. He's just such a all-around high tanky, high carry potential hero, so ROADHOG is probably the best tank in the game right now, I would say. A lot of this is based off my ranked knowledge, so let me know if you guys have objections or anything moving forward, but let's continue. Next, I want to put Wrecking Ball actually at S tier. This is kind of a pick that you probably wouldn't expect, but Wrecking Ball is a very strong carry hero as well and can do a lot of disruption, a lot of combos can be set up, a lot of different things, and just because of like Wrecking Ball's kit, he's able to contest like snipers and stuff like that, which are really dominant as well. I will put Zarya in next at S tier. Zarya, just complements really well with either Wrecking Ball or ROADHOG. Usually Zarya and ROADHOG is kind of a common composition you might see in ranked right now, so I almost want to put her in A, but I'll keep her in S for now, just because I think these three tanks are the best in the game. Moving forward, I want to talk about Winston. I'm going to put Winston at A tier. I don't think, like, a lot of people think Winston should be S tier, and I want to think that, but he just gets countered so hard by ROADHOG, and Zarya can just shred him as well, and there's a lot of different counters to him in the meta, but he's still really strong paired with the Zarya. A lot of compositions are Winston Zarya dive, so I would like to put Winston higher than this, but I think this is right where he should be. I want to put Sigma in here at A, just because I think he's still a really strong hero, and he's definitely not good in every situation. He's become a more situational tank with the new patch. So I want to keep Sigma here at A, and I think he still provides a lot of utility, but he's not what he used to be in double shield meta. So to talk about REINHART, I'm gonna put REINHART at B. Unfortunately, makes me sad, but it's the reality of the meta and how much damage output there is from the DPS and the amount of shield break like other tanks can cause, like ROADHOG, Zarya. Wrecking Ball can basically just shred REINHART, but REINHART still has its it's good spots in the meta within like different maps like King's Row, Eichenwald, very narrow maps, choke points where you want to run that Rein Zarya composition or the Rein Sigma, stuff like that, where you just got to push through with your team. I think REINHART has its spot. Talk about Orisa. I'm gonna put Orisa down to C tier. A lot of people might disagree with this, but I just don't find very many uses for Orisa in this meta. She got nerfed pretty hard with her halt ability, which is literally her best ability. Her shield's still decent, but I don't think it's enough to sustain against the damage output. Like I said, like shield tanks right now are basically useless, if I'm gonna be real with you guys. And last but not least, we got D.Va. I'm gonna put D.Va down at D tier. D.Va's just not been good for the last couple of metas, unfortunately. She's kind of an ult battery. She just soaks up too much damage and doesn't really provide a whole lot of utility. D.Va bomb isn't that great. It's really easy to dodge. I think D.Va needs some buffs coming soon, but we'll see what happens. Next, I want to talk about the DPS. Let's start out with Ashe at S tier. I think Ashe is still the best DPS hero in the game. She provides a lot of shield break. Her dynamite's still really strong, and her ultimate with Bob is still one of the best in the game for contesting the point or like disrupting the enemies that it tramples. So Ashe is still at the top. Next, I want to put up WIDOWMAKER at S tier. I think WIDOWMAKER is still a little bit arguably broken. She's a one-shot hero, and if you're good with Widow, you can take over the game quite easily. So I think Widow still stands tall at the top with Ashe, the double sniper meta. Tracer, another hit scan hero. She actually is, I wouldn't put her at S quite, but I think she is an A tier hero just because of Pulse Bomb and the amount of flank damage she can do, follow up with ROADHOG and Wrecking Ball. Just a lot of synergy with that dive. Creates a lot of disruption as well. Next, I'm gonna actually put in Junkrat. This is kind of a hero that you probably wouldn't expect to be at the top here, but Junkrat actually does so much like utility with like the amount of damage output alone from this hero. With Tire is just a reliable ultimate. Junkrat's just good with spam damage, taking out targets that are like trying to dive in. Really strong hero as far as counter dive goes. I'm gonna put in Pharah. I didn't know if I wanted to put her higher, like A or B, but I'll keep her at A just because I think she's a very slept on hero. She recently did get buffed, and paired with Mercy, she's very strong right now, and her buff feels really nice. So I highly recommend playing Pharah more in your games if you can. Next, I'm going to throw in MCCREE at A tier. I think MCCREE could also be possibly at B as well, but I'm gonna keep MCCREE here just because of his flashbang utility is still really strong, and if you're hitting shots, MCCREE, can always find value. About Echo, I'm gonna put Echo at B tier just because I think Echo is more of a situational hero, like some of these other like dive-ish like compositions. She's really strong in those and can provide a lot of disruption with her ultimate, the copy ability, copying tanks or copying other DPS. I think she could definitely move up to A as the meta goes along. We'll see though. Mei, I'm gonna put Mei at B tier just because I think she's situational. A lot of these B tier heroes are situational based on like maps and stuff. Like REINHARDT and Mei have always been like good together on like choke points, walling off different areas. I think Mei can find a lot of value, especially freezing off like Wrecking Ball or freezing off like even ROADHOG too. So a decent counter there. Next we have HANZO. HANZO I think is B tier. I didn't know if I wanted to put B or A here, but HANZO can combo with Dragon with Zarya, so I think that synergy is pretty decent still, and that's why there's potential for HANZO to move up, but I think he's good in the spot he's in right now. So we have Torb. Also, this was tough. I didn't know if Torb was gonna be a B or a C tier hero because I've seen good Torbjorns actually get value even without like a lot of shields in this meta. So it's really just depends on how well you position as Torb and like if you're able to find value. So this was a tough one. SYMMETRA right next to Torbjorn. They're both kind of like niche pick heroes, I would say. I've seen a lot of good SYMMETRAs make it work, and I've definitely seen a lot of bad ones. So this is also a tough one, maybe B or C. But I'm gonna make sure that SYMMETRA and Torb are right next to each other in this spot. Sombra, another situational kind of like, you kind of want to only run Sombra if you see like a Wrecking Ball to make sure you get that counter pick going. I think she definitely still finds value with the hack targets, but like she doesn't do that much damage in retrospect. I move down to C tier. I'm gonna put Soldier here. I think Soldier should be a better hero, but like still his like visor isn't that great even with nano on it. So I think unfortunately Soldier is gonna be C tier. I have Reaper. I don't think Reaper does a lot in this meta. You would think he could do more, especially against like ROADHOG and Winston, but like those heroes still can like 1v1 or just completely shut down this hero completely. So DOOMFIST here, I'm gonna put in C as well, just because DOOMFIST used to be good and now like I think Doomfist had his time, and now it's to the point where he just gets countered by basically all hit scans. Really, like, all these heroes have utilities to escape or, like, you know, take this Doomfist out of position. Even if you land most of your cooldowns, it's just not great. Next, I'm gonna put in Genji. Unfortunately, Genji's a C, almost D tier hero, honestly. With the nerfs that he just got, you know, 2 weeks ago, I would have put Genji at S tier, but wow, did he receive some really bad nerfs. So even with Nano Blade, that's like the only thing of value you can get from Genji. So if you're not landing Nano Blades consistently, like, Genji's basically a throw. And lastly, I'm gonna put Bastion at the bottom of D tier. Yes, you know, there are times where Bastion can, like, maybe find value, but more often than not, if you're on Bastion, there's just too many counters. Roadhog, Hook, Tracer Pulse Bomb, Junkrat Mines, like, there's so many things that, like, that can't really protect Bastion, with, especially when shields got nerfed. Like, it's not really the best pick anymore. So we're gonna talk about supports. Ana at S tier. Ana is by far the best healer in the game right now, just because of Nano Boost. That utility is really strong still. Sleep Dart against, like, Roadhog, Wrecking Ball, all these dive targets. Sleep Dart's really good, and Nade, being able to purple a Roadhog, you know, all these different dive targets that want to take out your backline. Ana is usually the best to survive that. I'm gonna throw in Zen at A tier. I don't think there are any other S tier healers, so right away Zen is at A tier. I think Zen is definitely moving back into the meta a little bit. Discord is really strong and can actually and Harmony Orb's just really good for, like, having on, like, your Tracer or, like, your snipers on high ground, or even, like, your Wrecking Ball, just keeping them, like, permanently healed from a distance. It's really nice. I'm throwing Mercy actually at A tier. I didn't know if Mercy was gonna be higher than Zen or even at B, but I think Mercy is starting to see more time in the meta just because of like her pocket potential with snipers and with Pharah. I think she's actually kind of a sleeper pick in the support category. Put in Baptiste. I could honestly put Baptiste A or B. You know, I'm gonna throw him at B just for now, but I would say maybe A almost. Baptiste is still just a strong hero in general. I think he's never really fallen out of the meta. He just, like, doesn't get the same amount of, like, support and protection from, like, shield tanks as he did in double shield. So that's why I think he's not exactly A anymore. I would say more B. We got Brigitte. I'm gonna also put Brigitte in B. I think Brig has her spots now. She's more situational. Yes, she can provide a lot of, like, armor and utility to, like, flankers, stuff like that, like targets that, like, you can't heal so easily on high ground. Brig still finds a little bit of that value, and Rally's still really strong, so I think people forget that. Even though she did get nerfed, Rally's still a really strong ability. So let's go Lucio here. I'll put Lucio C tier just because Lucio is just, it's Lucio. He's not doing a whole lot in this meta. He barely heals the team, and the most he can really provide is good speed boost opportunities. And sound barrier is still strong, yes, but, you know, I just don't find too many uses for Lucio currently yet. I think Lucio will make a return though very soon. So we have Moira. I think Moira is also a C tier hero. I think Moira could be potentially B, depending on how you play her, but, like, currently I think she gets countered a little too much by, like, Roadhog, and a lot of these, like, S tier heroes really can counter this Moira pick. So I would like to move Moira and Lucio up, but currently I don't think I can. And that'll wrap things up. I hope you guys learned something from this video, because I know a lot of people have been asking about what heroes are strong, what heroes are weak. So I wanted to just run through with my top 500 Grandmaster knowledge of what I think the current meta is shaping out to be. So let me know in the comment section if you guys agree or disagree, if you would move any heroes or anything like that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.